Aquaman, The Becoming, issue 1, Brandon Thomas writing with Diego Olortigue on the art. So, yeah, this was an interesting. So, it was almost going to be a Patreon book, but I only had time to read this or a Patreon book, and I thought, I've got less books next week. I'll do them next week. I'll fit in the issue 1. We'll give this a chance and see how it is.
This scratches the Aquaman itch, right? Like, I'm glad that we have an Aqua book, because I still haven't read Black Manta. And from what you were talking about, it sounds like something I'm going to enjoy. I just have to pick that up.
I've not read that yet either.
Yeah, but seems like Brandon Thomas really has a hook, pun not intended, into Aqualad / Aquaman / Jackson. So I can appreciate that. Just where the story ends up going, I'm not exactly sure of. Like, I don't know, is it him becoming his own person? Is that what the Becoming title is? Is it him becoming Aquaman? Like, I'm not sure just from this first issue.
Could be a little column A, a little column B. It's that's what it is. So we have Aqua Danger Room, basically, underwater VR, where Jackson thinks he's on Apocalypse, fighting Darkseid. The rest of the Justice League has died in this simulation, but he jumps into the water, he gets to the mother box. There's a couple of nice that page where it's the vertical panels of him diving into the water do look quite nice, actually. And he gets to the mother box and he achieves his high score. Then he wakes up out of his pool and it's like, all right. And Arthur's like, good job, you're doing all right. Mira shows up, everyone's all happy. Aquaman's leaving to go to, was it Mars, I think he said?
Yeah.
For a little while.
They're off to meet Frankenstein on Mars.
That's right. That's right.
Like, yes. This is some Justice League shenanigans.
Casual mention.
Story I want to read.
Yeah, casual mention of Frankenstein. By the way, Aquaman, Arthur, my old pal, old buddy, Mars is lacking and when it comes to the water department, so better bring a tank.
But once got canals, so you know, we'll figure it out.
So, yeah, Mira's sort of left around and she's off to do some stuff, but Aqualad I shouldn't say Aqualad anymore, suppose, given the title of the book, but Jackson goes into town to meet his mother for lunch. They have some banter and he completely just loses his cool when the cute waiter decides to start taking their order, as waiters are known to do traditionally.
Well, and it's also that the waiter goes, I know who you are. And it's like, well, what gave it away? The Superman or the superhero suit, or the fact that I have my water sword handles? You know, like. I mean, I do like the way he's walking to the diner. Like he's saying hi to a bunch of people. You get this idea that he's really people have gotten to know him in the town over the Aquaman arcs and stuff. And that's why when he gets all flustered by the waiter, I like that, where he's like, of course he knows who I am, like. It's like he loses his sense for a second, and I thought it was handled real well. Yeah,
and his mother's just like, like, oh, my boy's flirting. This is awkward and embarrassing and all sorts. But there's the sense that someone's watching Jackson when he's on his way there, and when he hears some police sirens, he rushes out because Flying Fishman is attacking a bank or something. And to make this a bit more humorous, it cuts to like a Skype call between the Titans, because he was meant to talk to them in a meeting. So you got Wallace, you got Beast Boy, you got Raven and Starfire, all kind of joke, and they're basically just making fun of the fact that he's got a villain called Flying Fishman. That's likable enough.
I know, I do, and I like the fact that it's either, I think it's Wallace. That's like, yeah, it is. He goes, so wait, he ditched us at the Titans Academy to go to handle Flying Fishman? Like, what's he up to? So I do like that. I do like the balance of the Titans here. And him being kind of awkward about it. Like, yeah, to have to see Bay. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. So whoever's watching him is going to strike soon, and sure enough, we get a Lantean looking like a suit of armor, someone coming out of the water, back where the water danger room is, whatever you were calling that thing. And attacks
The well.
There you go. And Jackson is attacked. He fights back. There's a bit of an action sequence taking place. But eventually there's more people that he's kind of out of it a little bit when he starts seeing these more people, but they kind of beat the shit out of him. And it ends with just it turns out these people that were fighting him are actually the Atlantean guard, and they're arresting him for crimes of terrorism, because you see, as he was fighting this guy in the armor, they ended up causing like an explosion.
Blowing a hole.
Yeah, big boom, shall we say. So it's an interesting cliffhanger, I guess. It kind of feels a little bit like a leap. Like why are they just immediately assuming that he's a terrorist? It felt a bit forced to me.
There are ties to his, he's from Zebel. Well, his mom's from Zebel. And we know they're constantly at war with Atlantis, right? They have this uneasy alliance, and whatnot. So there's a part that you kind of skipped over that I really liked.
Sure.
Whereas after he beats the hell out of Flying Fishman, who was I think he was a college level swimmer that got cut off the team, and whatever, and now he's gonna start robbing banks. The girl that was there was like, yeah, can you just hang out with me today? Which seems like because she was terrified of what had happened, which seems like a big reach to ask like the local superhero, but Jackson does hang out with her. And I think that did a lot for the character. Like what you're saying, the town seems to know him. Yeah,
that was probably, I mean, it's weird that I skipped over it, but it probably is maybe the most genuine kind of heartfelt moment of the book.
He goes to lunch with her, they go walk around, and he makes sure she gets home safe. And I don't know, it felt like it's kind of what I look for in superheroes, especially lately, where stories have a tendency to get darker than maybe I like. So the fact that like here's this young hero like kind of doing a thing Superman or Superboy would do, or even Dick Grayson, right? Like, but yeah, no, I like that scene. That really stood out to me.
Yeah, I think this book's okay. It was nice to see Aquaman and Mira again, and sort of feel like we're getting a book set in that corner of the world. And Jackson getting a spotlight is nice, but I wouldn't say like I think it's all fairly solid. Maybe the rush to the cliffhanger at the end felt a little bit jarring, but I also wouldn't say it's anything particularly. I mean, maybe that moment where he spends the day with that woman because she's so distraught after the attack is maybe the one thing that sticks out. But for the most part, it's just kind of all right. It's it feels like the sort of thing that if we got like an issue or an arc in the middle of an Aquaman run where we're going to focus on Jackson for 5-6 issues, it feels like it'd be thrown in there, kind of like that. It still feels a little bit like, because the art's fine as well. If anything, it's even good, but it still feels a little bit of that house style Aquaman. So it feels kind of just typical in a lot of ways.
I do like the coloring though. The color is nice and vibrant. So I think that hit a lot of that house styly kind of stuff. But yeah, it's better than I thought it was going to be, because I just read this out of, I'm going to read something. I need something else to read. So I picked this up because I miss having an Aquaman book, monthly. So, and I was, not that I was surprised, but it ended up being better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to sound kind of just lukewarm, but I am kind of lukewarm. It didn't set my world on fire, I guess is all I'm saying. But I mean, it's perfectly fine. Whether or not I read issue 2, it's going to come down to how many other books are out that week. And but but it's not like I'm definitely reading issue. I have to read issue 2 of this. I don't feel that way.
Well, I don't even feel like that, and I think I'm higher on it than you. Like if the week's packed, I might just wait for a trade. And read this. You ever
heard things are going to stack up though when things get pushed around and whatnot. So, all right, what are you giving Aquaman the Becoming?
I'm gonna give this a 7.
Yeah, I'll probably go like a 6.5.